part of the mind virus. And so on and so on. Oh my god! Cake finally has
The lock in a stacko says
fucking
The
tags.
Matrix.
I can add up to 25 tags. Let me just fill every single one, even though I don't think there's gonna be a singular person on Kickstarter. That never fucking has. What fucking... What fucking Twitch thing do I even go to now? There's art with a period at the end. Is that a game or an actual thing? Art. I mean, there's not a digital art category. Let's go to art, right?
Querrieoh says. Hey. The lock in a stacko says. B.
Let's do our articulation exercises. Alright. We go through all the consonants. So we got B. B. C.
The lock in a stacko says.
Key. D. D. Gotta stretch out your tongue. Have you ever exercised your tongue to the point that it hurts? Not that you should, but apparently you can. Okay.
The lock in a stacko says. No.
Yeah, but speech therapy shit. Fix that.
The lock in a stacko says. Could see it happening definitely.
I mean, I've never gone to the point where it hurts, even with all my vigorous stretching. I could wear your skin. I don't think that's actually what he says. But it is what I have understood.
Delocanastaco says. Rio Skinwalker confirmed.
When?
Botrix says. Botrix has correctly joined the channel.
The Detective Buick. You are someone, sir. You are a child of God who may have committed murder. I don't know what I have to get from that, sir, but okay. This guy looks like he's trying to run so bad. Like, what's going on? Okay, I'm gonna have to open the original and get it better. Don't overheat. If I could wear your skin, I'd treasure every instant of there.
Delocanastaco says. I like singing time.
Yeah. The real question is if I'm any better. What the fuck is this? I thought I took a screenshot. What the fuck just happened? Why'd I got the skirt? Not what I wanted. You know? Okay. Alright, I gotta record my singing just for the singular fact that if I do not, I will never know if I improve. So, gotta make up my own model. Gotta record some singing. Look, I put... So what's the moral here? You get burglarized. Are you fighting back? Someone breaks into your house. What do you do?
Delocanastaco says. I feel like you sound better than last time.
Like what? Like the nearly half a year since I've streamed? I don't know.
Delocanastaco says. Run, then fight if you have to.
Alright, where am I running?
Delocanastaco says. Definitely better.
Okay. I guess I get broken into. I'm going for my phone. And then I'm running. I gotta get my phone at least. I gotta call 911, right? A lot of my shit. I could, I'd really sad without. I'd be really fucked over, but the phone, you can always reset all your passwords.
Delocanastaco says. Well, retreat. Lock doors ECTUCS and try to get out. Lihavil says. Run into my arms.
I need my sheepy here to protect me. Come hither.
Delocanastaco says. Fluff wall. Lihavel says. Steel wool.
Ew. Man, that stuff is like so addictive to use to clean. But like, you gotta understand you're
Lihavel says.
tearing away, right?
Run, hide, fight.
Whatever, I've been spoiled. So I don't remember the last time I had like a school shooting drill. And okay, serious question: how many years until we have to start putting kids in mandatory military training? But not so like they actually go into the military, just so they have some basic, how to say, survival skills. You know, you go into kindergarten, your first week is survival training.
Lihavel says. IIRC plenty of countries already have mandatory military programs. Thelakanastaco says. XD time the toddlers guns.
Yeah, if like, okay, obviously I know way too much, but at the same time way too little about China.
Lihavel says.
Right.
Survival training would be great electives. Wish I coulda had some adult skills classes in school/uni.
Joke's on you. I went to so many good schools that had. I took 2 years of like family ec, or what of home economics. I learned sewing, cooking, more cooking, more cooking. Okay, actually, I just took it for the cooking. Okay. We did have a balancing checkbook type thing. I took a math elective that was all about finances.
The joke is on me. Yes, I know my whole life is one thanks query.
Well, you know, a joke has to have a punchline. Make it multiple joke. Make it a multiple joke life. Don't make it one singular joke. I mean, you gotta start doing some stand-up. Gotta get the story out there, refine it, publicize it. Alright, meanwhile, look at this shit. I don't actually know. Boob goes in front? Boob not go in front. Boob go in front? Right, okay, boob not go in front.
Thelakanastaco says. Boob. Thelakanastaco says. Boobies.
Boobs. How dare your fingerprint be in my crime scene?
Lihavel says. Breasts, even.
Dun dun.
Lihavel says. Now that's my kind of warm compress. Thelakanastaco says. Bazungas.
Okay. Leaful over here is gonna go cut some boobs off some lady, put them in the microwave, stick them on where it hurts. Udder compress. An udder-shaped compress. A boob-shaped compress. Which one would be banned off the internet first? A dick compress. A silk. No.
Thelakanastaco says. But that's THR point. No warming needed XD.
Yes. So then I gotta put it in the freezer for when I need my cold compress. Airship your sheep friend. How would this part work?
Lihavel says. No, I hate having cold titties.
But you need the cold and the hot compress, alright? You can't just go relying on one. Nah, no tooth. I don't know. This mouth I'm making looks. Maybe it's because the upper lip was too big. Maybe this one's too much over here. If I could see. It's not even how it goes. Is it? Treasure every minute. And now it looks a bit like Cat in the Hat with the nose. I actually don't like. Maybe this nose. Okay. Maybe lower the nose. Me. And then he goes, fuck! Cover line! Boo 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 boo. I gotta watch this one YouTube short.
The Lokinestaco says, I've seen that on
You lady blush little weep. You know, okay, I took my shower, I looked in the mirror, I could almost look like a little Korean pop star. Just with the curly hair and glasses. It's all cut really short. I just gotta lose like 100 pounds. It's all coming together, shit. I really hate a lot of things, obviously, but I think I really hate when YouTube channels change their
The Lokinestaco says,
titles a lot.
XD I don't know, don't become THR Korean pop star. Please be healthier than that.
I'm not saying I'm gonna starve myself to the point of being like as skinny as a Korean pop star. I'm just saying a little less flab and I'd look really good, you know, whatever.
The Lokinestaco says,
I just gotta prove it to
XDDD.
No, but I'm gonna say it again. I really dislike when YouTube channels keep changing the titles of their videos. I know it's for engagement, and I think it works because I keep clicking on the same video thinking it's new. But I really don't like it. Because like I said, I keep thinking it's different. And it's the same video I've already watched. Twice, because I got, you know, fooled the first time.
The Lokinestaco says, I bet you would. Prove it XDD.
I'm
The Lokinestaco says,
prove it.
feels very simmy.
I'm
Rebel
gonna...
says, I've noticed that trend over the past couple of years now, where YT channels change their titles and thumbnails like 4 hours after uploading.
Yeah, even
Velocinastaco
did it.
says. Scummy.
I really do think it's like a system or it's something that the top creators
says,
recommend, you know?
It's it. I don't follow enough channels for it to trick me, LMAO.
I get tricked, I'm a fool. I'm just a little fool. So, how do I just attack that? Hold that?
Velocinastaco says. The best fool though.
I'm just a fool. Ooh, it's an adequate song.
Lihaful says. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, but good you know. Cause, if you didn't know, we'd be in
says,
trouble.
You're a very successful band.
I wish. I think you mean your?
querrieoh says. Your. Velocinastaco says. Aw fuck. Lihaful says.
In terms of someone owed me
Dumbass
money
taco.
and gave me something.
Velocinastaco says. FRIM.
There was someone on Facebook Marketplace selling an e-bike, and the description was, someone owed me some cash and gave me this instead. I'm thinking, like, were they worried for their life? Like, here, go, take my bike. Don't kill me.
Velocinastaco says. XD.
Okay, I'm okay with this map. I'm okay with a lot of this. Okay. So.
Lihaful says. I never learned how to ride sobbing.
Oh my god, get your ass over here. It is really one. Okay. I was living in almost like a white
Lihaful
ghetto
says,
apartment complex.
Yes, ma'am.
And my dad couldn't even teach me. A neighbor girl was the one who taught me. And the key, I think, for your first ever ride, if you're not on training wheels, is have someone push you. You know, you get that first boost off and you're pedaling and you're like, fuck, whoa, I could do it. And it was so exhilarating. And that's how I started it. Like, it's like you gotta give a kid that first push and then they can do it. And then you understand, like, okay, how to push off, or, you know, it's...
Lihaful says. Yeah, I never got off training wheels.
I believe in you, come on. Like, my mom has not ridden, probably she was in at least 5 years, and at least 5 years. Alright, we got her a folding bike. I spent half an hour.
Once as a baby, once as a late teen, LMAO.
You're never too late. Come back. And the folding ones, they are so cool. You do not need a full-sized bike. We got my mom a little folding bike. Alright, it was being sold by this guy. And he was like, yeah, actually, I never folded it. Because I just didn't need to. He has a monster of a truck, alright? He brought it fully unfolded. And the folding mechanism, alright, it was installed incorrectly. We couldn't get it folded, but we gave him the cash anyway. We brought it home. I spent half an hour in the heat getting bitten by mosquitoes with like a pair of pliers and some blood and sweat and tears. Taking apart the thing, figuring out what was wrong. I hurt my finger. It's okay, it's like blistering over. Like, I think I just like rubbed it too much. I don't know. Anyway, I got it. The pin, it has a locking pin. You gotta lift, twist, and fucking wiggle that thing to get it unlocked so it folds. Alright, after I did it the first few times, I put some grease on there. Oh, fine. It works fine. Everything's good. And it's so portable. It's adorable. And it rides. It has speeds. It has gears. I mean, my fat ass rode on it.
Velocinastaco says.
Her not as fat ass.
Wiggle that thing.
You gotta wiggle that thing. Wiggle that thing. Alright, it was fun, but the thing is, when she rode it, the chain seemed a little loose. I don't know, she was playing with the gears way more than me, and she was like, I know what I'm doing, I gotta change this gear over here, I gotta change the other friction, whatever thing on the here, and me, and I'm like, okay. What am I gonna do, right? I'm surprised the seat and the handlebars, I rode it, so I put it, you know, for fit me, and it fit her okay.
XDD.
But here's the fun thing, it's lighter, it's way lighter. I think it's half the weight of my bike. But I was going so much faster, even without pedal assist. Just cause how heavy my bike is, so I had so much momentum. I was like, okay, you lead for a bit, I'll lead after. But then when I would lead, I think she was tired. She got left behind, so I would do some circles. We practiced crossing the street. You know, like, we practiced some shit. I was like, hey, let's go like, all the way to the post office. And she was like, no way. And I was like, fine. Wait, there's a trail I want to try. It's in the city. And it says it's a paved trail, so I'm allowed to go on it. E-bikes are not allowed on natural paths.
Delocinastaco says,
Oh,
I want to ride with you now, XDD.
Let's go! I was the one with the helmet. I feel like that's really, like, disrespectful of me. I didn't give her the helmet. Our only helmet. I rode it. She was wearing a hat, though. I was wearing, like a mesh crochet. Not the one I made. Because I would have probably passed up from heat stroke
Delocinastaco
when
says,
she made.
move your XD your tuber. Delocinastaco says,
Oh, good.
you're
Thank you. I was in the process of typing. I'm not even gonna mention the apostrophe. Not even gonna mention it.
Delocinastaco says,
Mm.
I could sense it.
Senseless.
querrieoh says, okay.
My water
Delocinastaco
is a
says,
little less.
I could feel you glaring at me, XDD.
It'll be even better with the model. Then you could really feel it. Ooh, I wanna sing. Man. Okay. Gotta get the hair.
Delocinastaco says,
Ugh.
sing then.
But you know I won't get as much work done.
Delocinastaco says, okay then art for 30 hour then sing.
Oh, I'm gonna art for 30 hours. Just art for 30 hours. Art for 30 hours, he says. Okay, we're gonna art for 30 hours.
Delocinastaco says, for 30 minutes or an hour. Delocinastaco says, yeah, get to fucking work, 30 hours to go.
If this takes me 30 whole hours, I might cry. How accurate? Alright, you know the machines that they take money, like vending machines and stuff. How accurate are their anti-counterfeit measures? I hope they're very, but one never knows. One never knows. I feel like it's just so reckless to try and pass off a fake $100 bill. If you're gonna try and pass off a fake $100 bill, might as well just buy some shit off Facebook Marketplace. God knows I was tempted. Oh, so tempted. Endless e-bikes.
The Lokinestaco says. XDDD.
There was a guy who was like PayPal or Venmo only.
Lihavel says.
And I was like, damn.
Hell yeah,
dude.
counterfeit queen.
All my bills are beautifully real. Made of virgin cotton. And the blood of Americans. I don't know what paper money is made of. Fabric money, really. What, are you not gonna pick up high notes now? What kind of blasphemy? Being very picky. Oh, yeah, I got distracted.
The Lokinestaco says. No distract. The Lokinestaco says. Work, work, work.
A guy can vouch for me. I mean, you might be getting an apartment tomorrow. We'll see about that, ma'am.
The Lokinestaco says. I mean, she'll be getting one.
If the couple believes that
The
he wasn't a part of
Lokinestaco
it.
says. Just maybe not the one she wants.
Oh. Well, you're free to go.
The Lokinestaco says. Free to go.
Well, she's... I don't know. She's not even fighting it. I keep having this thought. The people that commit, like, really big crimes, a lot of them are just kind of chill when they get caught. Yeah, I don't actually know what vibrato is. Is it really this, like, just going... I don't think that's vibrato. Or it might be just aggressive vibrato.
Lihavel says. Vibrato is that pulsating effect yet.
Probably you know, how to say, better way to do it, or fancier, or higher quality. Hey, I could put it over here now.
Lihavel says. It's not usually forced, people just have a different tendency to different amplitudes of vibrato naturally.
Oh. I guess I'm just a dud. I don't know if I do it naturally. I was doing these exercises that kind of
Lihavel says.
vibroken.
Vibroken.
Vibrato is vibroken. I do really like rolling my P's or my R's. Can you roll a T? I don't know. I gotta remember that I'm planning on like aligning this and trying to go for something fucking not painterly and impossible to finish. Did I just not? Did I just? Probably gonna.
The Lockinist Daco says. Alright, time to get moving. No more half sleep.
Get out of bed! Get out! Get up! Alright, remember, this is like a good training, right?
The Lockinist Daco says. Gotta show air.
But I think this straw is way too big to do some authentic straw practice. With the fucking boba straw, you know. The fucking biggest. Well, I guess I could pinch the other end.
The Lockinist Daco says. BRB. Lihavel says. Yet I hear vibrato in there. The Lockinist Daco says. What XD?
tickling. I'm tickling my upper
The
palate.
Locanestaco says. I agree.
Buongiorno. Then I'm going to scale image. Oh, how much should I shrink it? Maybe like the 250. And then just everything zooms out. Okay. Her ears. Oh no. Ah no. How do I do the other ear? Shit. Fuck. Alright. There's gotta be I'm not gonna pay 300 bucks for a Fox 3D model, but yeah. Oh, this guy works.
The Locanestaco says. I'm back, K.
You did not shower that fast. Excuse me. What kind of armpits? What kind of
Lihavil says.
what the fuck?
What the fuck? The Locanestaco says. I haven't showered. Lihavil says. Oh okay querrieoh.
Like,
The Locanestaco says.
oh,
I went to go watch the reels I've been sent XD.
I feel fooled. I don't, for some reason, this is literally a 3D model, but I feel like I'm being fooled here. Okay. Maybe the rule is, you know, you can do whatever you want. I want this to...
Lihavil says. Bitch, if I left to take a shower I wouldn't come back for like 2 hours.
Nowadays, I mean... Whether it's all cold showers, I don't know. I think 30 minutes is my max. I don't have unlimited hot water.
The Locanestaco says. I either take 15 minutes or an hour, no in between.
Dude could have walked away with just one fake account. Chilled for a minute. No. Like, fuck, he could have had a whole ass operation going. It was just patient. I mean, well, I guess the point is that it might have passed for now, but if they had done more checks as time passed, it would have failed the scrutiny, so he wanted to try and do whatever he was trying to do, but I don't like the ears. Maybe I don't like this one. Yeah, I still think it's wrong. Yeah. Maybe it'll look balanced out when I add the back hair.
The Lokinistako says. Drugs have been taken, water drank, Reels watched, now shower.
Okay, now shower. This is not working.
Lihavel says. Drugs.
Drugs for the broken neck.
Velocinastaco says. Nothing fun, just ibuprofen. Lihavel says. You're free to go.
Sober checkpoint. What have you taken? Dude is just chill as hell.
Says. Yeah, you're not taking my drugs from me, sheep.
Should I take a break? My non-productiveness. On the world.
Velocinastaco says. 10 more minutes then break. Lihavel says. Break time.
Bargain. There's discourse. Uh, 10 more minutes then. Because I don't have any time, so. At 2 p.m. You said to write it, you didn't say it had to be legible. Mm. Who's not gonna tell him? These cops' promises have no value to this dude. Wow, I just gotta spit water all over my keyboard. Hopefully it survives. Pen. Here's the hair. Gotta keep trying. I know cops can lie. I think I really okay. We'll see. But I don't think anything's gonna happen. I think the cop is still shattered. Let's see. Okay. I guess this thing right here is throwing me off. Hmm. I play my ultimate, I don't know, my ultimate card. I write down, but you can't read it, which means I am technically complying. But not. But the cop says, you can't read it. Well, he doesn't have to honor his promise. Yeah. Mm, mm, mm.
Group mission trips are Jesus-centered mission experiences designed for maximum impact.
Job openings in finance or treasury say only go-getters need apply. So get going. Check out the Association for Financial Professionals for certification, networking, events, and education.
The Locanestaco says.
Mm.
The Locanestaco says. I'm back. Querrieoh says. Welcome back. The Locanestaco says. Thank. querrieoh says. A. Lihavil says. Oh my god. Lihavil says. Oh my god, bro.
Oh my god.
Bonk!
Man. Oh my god.
Velocinistaco says.
No way, my
Bonk.
package came. Thank you so much. Are a lot of people getting these in the mail?
Yeah, grand opening. I can't believe it came. This is a check for.
I have like a
$20,000
notepad thing
for
here,
economic
and it says
relief and
Elmo,
program
and I
for
was really
2025. And
not
what this is
understanding
a
what the
payment
fuck that was
you can
about.
get specifically for your debts and your credit
Then I
cards.
remembered.
And the only
Velocinistaco
catch, I guess, is
says.
as long as you use the
Elmo.
funds to pay off your credit cards and
Velocinistaco
your
says.
loans, then you do
Scary.
not have to pay this amount back ever. I'm going to show you how I got this. Just follow along. It'll be very quick. I applied, and they sent me this, which, as you can imagine, really helped me cut down my bills by a lot. Anyway, again, it's called the Official Relief Program for Economic Hardship in 2025, and it was just passed. So go check it out today before they run out of spots or something.
I'm trying to submit my Twitter ban. I'm in appeal. Again.
The Locanestaco says, I pray. The Locanestaco says, I lost my belt again. What did I do with it?
Well, you're still alive, so there's one thing you didn't do with it.
The Locanestaco says, true, I'm not allowed to do that though.
Alright, I gotta go through the puzzle. What adds up to 18? Could it be 10 plus 6 plus 2? Yeah. At least I don't have to do like a million yet. I have to do 2 authentication puzzles. What adds up to 10? 10? 10 adds up to 10? Okay. Oh, my original case is already in the queue. Please wait back to hear from us. Okay, it's because I didn't... Well, I mean, that's like half good news. It means they know that I appealed, and I did an appeal yesterday. If they know, they know. Then I never get emails. I'm not even getting an automatic email saying it's been denied. Yeah, boy, can't
The
handle
Locanestaco says,
this.
just gotta hope it moves quickly.
Fucking handle. Now the blue sky.
The Locanestaco says, pray for it and forget about it.
How am I gonna? How am I gonna succeed if I cannot, post? But I don't even post anyway, so anyway.
The Locanestaco says, you're just better, it'll be fine.
I'm just like, make it as this. I'm just what? English, whatever. Oh, wait. What should I?
The Locanestaco says, what?
What? I don't know. I really don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
The Locanestaco says, okay, not okay.
I gotta find my Streamlabs ID. No? Don't even have a Streamlabs ID? Let's set up a Streamlabs ID. The email. The password. I wonder if I put my real birthday on my Twitch account. I think I did. I hope I did.
Thelokinistako says. Okay, so the fox girl is awesome and it really shows your ability ECT, but I love the expression on the shoulder cat XD.
The shoulder cat is my real art. The other thing is me trying really hard. That's do good art.
Lihavul says. It's etc. Thelokinistako says. Well, your hard work paid off, but I just love the expression. Thelokinistako says. It's all ECT.
ECT all the way down. Ooh, I can even
Thelokinistako says.
Okay.
All the way doi. Thelokinistako says. Down. Lihavul says. Doi.
Okay, alright, Golimash is dead, so I can remove that. But YouTube, that one's dead too.
Scientists have just discovered there's a cell inside your brain acting like an invisible cancer, eating your nerves alive. That burning in your feet, the tingling in your hands, it's not about your peripheral nerves. It's a chemical fire raging inside your brain right now. If you suffer from that hellish burning, the stabbing pains, or that tingling that makes you want to tear your own feet off, you need to hear this. This brain cell, the microglia, was designed to protect you. But when it spins out of control, it becomes an internal attacker, a neurological cancer that slowly eats away at your nerves. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's like a chemical fire tearing through your nervous system. Every jolt, every burn, every tingle is your body crying out for help. Do you know why no medication ever truly fixes this? Because they treat the broken wires while the explosion is happening at the power plant. Your brain, they give you painkillers, creams and therapies need, but none of it puts out the brain fire. What the pharmaceutical industry never told you is that there's an ancient African technique used for generations that shuts down this killer cell in under 10 seconds. It's not magic, it's neuroscience combined with ancestral medicine. And guess what? The communities that use it have 0 cases of neuropathy, ever. You've never heard of this because it's not profitable. Once you fix the root cause, you stop buying pills, you stop going to the doctor, and that's exactly why they buried this information. That knowledge
Okay,
a simple, fast, at-home ritual that calms these microglial cells and reprograms your body back to its natural healing state. It targets the root of the problem, allowing your nerves to regenerate. If you want to know how it works, click the button below. You'll watch a short video that explains step by step how to apply it, but listen closely. Time is running out. Every day this brain fire keeps burning. Your nerves continue to deteriorate piece by piece, and once it passes a certain point, there's no turning back. The damage becomes permanent. Click the button below now and learn how to stop this neurological collapse before it's too late. Discover the ritual Big Pharma tried to erase from history.
I'm kind of hungry. Or I don't know if it's hunger or nausea. As always, it is not the easiest for me to tell them apart. Like, it's a potential hunger, but it could also just be a burp.
Thelokinistako says.
Mm.
Thelokinistako says. Can you turn down video? I'm sorry.
Okay. Sit down.
Thelokinistako says. Now I can hear you.
You.
Thelokinistako says.
I didn't finish my articulation exercises. I think I stopped at like D. I think my tongue is stiff.
Thelokinistako says. Limber up tongue, get practicing.
Limber. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Thelokinistako
A
says.
peck of
Limair.
A peck of pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick. Let's see how we break this apart. So simple. A cautionary tale. I'd say just don't do. Just
Velocinistaco
don't
says,
do.
alright, I got a package and freeze some beef, so I am a lurk for a few.
I want your beef, sir. Sir. Sir, your beef, please. I hunger. I hunger.
Velocinistaco says, XDDD.
Wait, I can just take the car and never come back? No, you can't. No, you can't. You cannot. I think it's because my hands are a little sweaty. But, where the fuck are those gloves? I got so many of those dumbass artist gloves. And you know what happens to them every single time? They disappear. They get gone.
Velocinistaco says, I stole them all.
I need one. Okay. Oh my lord, I got one. Parblo. I never even had a Parblo tablet, so I don't really know where this comes from. But thank you for my time of need. Ow. My hands are so sore. I guess it's like from gripping the handlebars.
Velocinistaco says, yeah, I've gotten sore because of that goo.
Yeah.
Velocinistaco says, 2.
Okay, I need to do some hand stretches. Woo! Alright, I think another t-shirt idea. I kind of had it this morning when I sent that message to you. Kind of like, it has something to do with debuffs. Current status. Social debuff. Charisma debuff. Intelligence debuff.
Velocinistaco says, what about them?
In the context of a t-shirt design, so I guess it would be like a little character with a bunch of debuffs, like a text boxes.
Velocinistaco says, Velocinistaco says, that's be cute.
I gotta keep trying. I could have impulsively bought the assault, like I could have bought a t-shirt on Sticker Mule, and then I would have a week to draw something and upload it before it expires. But I decided to just wait, draw a bunch. They're good, but it'd be about, I think, $25 each.
Velocinistaco says, that's probably for the best.
And now
Velocinistaco says,
could get them from China.
ouch.
Yeah, I could get them from China. I'm not sure, you know, with the de minimis stuff gone and everything, I'm not sure exactly how much it would set me back nowadays. Probably less than 25. And you know. Yeah.
Galakanistako says. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Let this soft mineral melt in your mouth to rebuild your gums and teeth and never need a dentist again. Did you know there is a natural way to regrow teeth and gums that only 3% of the population even knows about? Scientists at the National Institute of Dental Research have invented a powerful sour liquid that can regrow teeth and gums almost overnight. How is this possible? This liquid contains microscopic healing ingredients that reach deep inside the gum pockets and in between your teeth.
querrieoh
Something not
says.
possible until now.
Hey.
This method is 10 times more effective than any existing solution and means you'll never have to step foot into a dentist office ever again, as this method can easily be done from home. The crazy part is that it only takes a few seconds to do and starts restoring years' worth of damaged receding gums and decaying teeth in just a matter of days. So if you are struggling with bleeding or receding gums, gingivitis, gum infections, toothaches or decay, bad breath, or any type of periodontal issue, then this discovery could save your life. I urge you,
Patrick says,
stop everything you're doing
YouTube
and click the
chat
link
check.
below to watch a short, free special video that will show you exactly how you can start using this method today. If it's already worked for more than 127,000 people, then it can work for you too. Even if you've been fighting decay and inflammation for 5, 10,
Iambi Lam
even
says.
20 years.
Hey.
Imagine, no more awful metallic blood taste in your mouth, throbbing tooth pain, and best of all, never having to step foot into a dental office ever again.
Did you go on Blue Sky and then follow the link? I feel like I could just post a Twitch link, but then I went through the 5-minute effort of making that, so I just already had that, but then I couldn't get the I had to do the whole fucking process. Anyhow. See, if I did just a single-sized liner everywhere, I could just, I don't know, not care about this.
Iambi Lam says.
Yeah.
Nah, I follow your YouTube. It tells me when you stream silly.
Excuse me. I tried to come up with a hypothesis on why you had gone over to YouTube. We. Eyes. Like even my finger joints. Even my finger joints are a bit sore. Oh, how convenient! My bone is falling off the fucking edge of the world. Wow, it's been a whole other hour. Time passes too fast, I am telling you. This reminds me of when my mom switched her phone, and Samsung sent a box.
Iambiglam says. Damn, sounds like a well-earned break to me.
But it didn't do very much. But they sent her the new phone and a box to, return the old phone. Or I think it was AT&T. Oh, right. Okay. She went to her mobile carrier and she wanted to trade in her old one. Blah, 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 blah. And they actually let her keep both of them for about a week to make sure she could transfer everything over. And I was just surprised. But then it turns out if you don't send it back, they can just remotely disable the new one. I'm sure there would be consequences. Man, when something goes wrong with my phone, it takes me a whole day.
Phone contracts are so FK and gross.
Yeah, I only buy used phones. But, they're for older people. Phone leases, phone contracts. I mean, I got the money for it. I don't even bother trying to convince somebody. Whatever. Me though, I always buy used. I always just bring my phone into whatever plan. Okay, like it's it. Let's pass the cream so I don't end up with a bunch of open wounds like last time I got bit by a bunch of mosquitoes.
The Lochinestaco says. Beef has been packaged and frozen.
My cows! Where's my jerky? Oh, actually, I bought some Walmart brand Great Value teriyaki beef jerky by about $6 for 5 ounces. And I don't know what treatment process they did, but I was actually surprised. I didn't think I would ever complain about a beef jerky being too soft. It was kind of
The
dusty.
Lochinestaco says.
It tastes fine.
Is it good?
It tastes fine. It doesn't get all in my teeth like the way I hate, and it didn't like make me hurt to chew. I just really hate really super hard jerky that like gets all fibrous and you gotta floss a lot after. But it was a bit too. It wasn't chewy. It's a kind of difficult texture to describe because it was
The
I guess it was
Lochinestaco
tender.
says. That's kinda sad.
I wanted chewy. I wanted like firm and chewy, which maybe those are opposites. But I wanted
The Lochinestaco says.
not.
You should try Old Trapper and
I
tell
did
me
buy
how
one.
you like it.
I did buy a 10-ounce bag. After I finished the teriyaki bag, I'll open that up. I don't want to be wasteful.
The Lochinestaco says. True. Iambiglam says. God, jerky is such a pricey snack like WTF.
Gotta take an unplanned break because my portable AC unit kind of betraying me. Okay, the connection part fell out of the window. I lost the foam insert. It's falling outside. I gotta
The
see what I can do
Lochinestaco
here.
says. Oh no. The Lokinestaco says. Go save it. Lihavel says. YT has so much less lag and so much more chill beats, damn. Botrix says. YouTube chat check. The Lokinestaco says. Damn, am I missing out?
Germans engineered a pressure washer that uses zero energy, and it's making electric models obsolete. Just twist it onto any hose and blast away dirt using raw hydraulic force. It's called Water Blitz, and it's record-breaking
Right,
success
it's
is
staying, but I need more hate.
Home Depot and Amazon
And
trailing behind. In just 30 days, it has sold
now there's
1.8
a
million units.
now there's a
none of
gap
which
on
came
top of the
previously from
window.
Australis. This thing uses a
I'll check out YouTube. I don't know why it would be more lively on Twitch.
Power up to 15 times, no batteries, no motor, just pure raw force. Originally designed for military decontamination teams, Water Blitz was used to clean tanks, machinery, and gear in the harshest combat zones. Then hospitals started using it to sanitize surgical areas. Now it's finally available for home use, and it's blowing people's minds. With just a quick twist, Water Blitz attaches to any hose, and in under 5 minutes, it blasts away mud, oil, mold, bird droppings, you name it. Driveways, siding, fences, gutters, even your car. Completely spotless. Second-story windows, cleaned without a ladder. I'm telling you, it's like having a military-grade pressure washer in your hand. Only this one fits in your back pocket. And the best part, anyone can use it.
Lihavel says.
Old,
Oh, it's not an actually concerning amount of lag. Just more of like a 1 second delay difference. It's processing just fine.
This bad boy doesn't need gas, cords, or storage space. Here's the deal. Water Blitz isn't sold in stores or Amazon. You can only get it through their official website, and right now, they're running a limited time 50% off. Thousands have already claimed theirs. Last time, it sold out in under 4 hours. No joke. So if you're tired of scrubbing, spraying, or shelling out cash for weak attachments, tap that blue button, grab your Water Blitz, and let the water do the hard work. But don't wait, this thing's flying off the shelves.
The Lokinestaco says. I'm gonna make some curry for lunch, I think. Lihavel says. I'm eating ice cream for lunch.
Oh no. Healthy choices. Come on.
The Lokinestaco says. Hell yeah, XD.
No. How can you just encourage that, sir?
The Lokinestaco says. Maybe be healthy but XD. Lihavel says. Good time, not a long time.
But what if even better times are ahead? Gotta make it to that point.
Lihavel says. No thanks bro.
Okay, the air conditioner has been reapplied. I don't think we need to buy some more pool foamies to make up for my sad sacrifice of the one that fell. I knew when I put that on there, I was like, maybe I
says.
should tape that one.
Hallelujah.
And guess what? I didn't tape that one. And, well, it fell out. Ooh, okay. I will need to take my breaks soon. I mean,
Lihavel says.
I can just leave it running.
I'm
and get
all
some
out
water.
of ice cream. See.
Alright, well, everything in proportion. I don't know how much ice cream you ate. Maybe get some oatmeal, fill yourself up with some fiber, some fruit. Yeah, but what you said about beef jerky being such a pricey snack, yep. That's why I bought the Walmart brand.
It was the last quarter of an Oreo cake.
I don't think I'd be able to eat that. I can't take too sweet things.
No, I had some kiwi this morning, yeah 3.
Kiwi's good. Alright, and as in the words of my wonderful father, okay, he won't let me buy kiwi because you never know when it's ripe. But when I do buy kiwi and it turns out to be ripe and tasty, he will eat, you know, more than his share. I guess that's just democracy. I prefer buying like sliced and frozen versions because,
Lihavel says.
You know.
I mean, like jerky is like $10 for like 4 ounces, like WTF.
Okay, like what I was gonna say about that is, I bought the store brand Walmart jerky, and it's nearly
says,
$10 for 10 ounces.
Not I just eat that fuzzy ass fruit.
Probably a little more, you know, wherever you live, or a little less wherever you live. But
Livable says, the store brand is shit.
I didn't mind it that much. You know, one thing I like
Livable
is,
says, and that's still expensive.
I read but if we're comparing $5 for 2.5 ounces.
Says, per unit of consumable material.
But it's literally cheaper than the other brands. But I'm gonna try the Old Trapper next. The querrieoh was fine. I already said, like, with the texture issues I had with teriyaki when I got. I'm just glad it wasn't super tough.
Livable says, I also just hyperfixate on food for a few months.
Feel it. I almost forced myself to eat the same meal for like 6 or more days in a row. Because I almost bought that much.
Livable says, I'm still in my garlic bread era, and I just entered my roast beef era last week.
Ooh. Are you making?
Livable says, 6 days. Rookie numbers. Says,
well, the reason I say that,
I've been eating garlic bread for about 2 months, at least every other day. Livable says, it's a problem.
It's a lot of carb, fat. I mean, if you're not dead yet. I'd say, I don't know. I don't. Kind of like, it depends on how much you're eating, what else you're eating. I don't think because not like you eat.
Grab your AR and get in, soldier.
It's not like you're drinking soda every day.
No noise, no wasted ammo.
That's worse for you.
Move. How? Just
Maybe you are. Probably shouldn't assume.
This is the Bore Cider by MCG Tactical. Drop it into your barrel.
Livable says,
line it up
you know God. The Lockinistaco says, the Lockinistaco says, no
oh
comment.
my god. Don't make me angry. Don't make me angry. You little shit.
Livable says, I need to keep my teeth in good
that's what I
condition to
feel
continue
too.
eating delicious food.
Yeah, that's my vibe.
Even at camp. No mag, no trigger.
I decided to put my teeth above a lot.
You can use it over and over. Every time you change optics, every time you bump your rifle, every time you want to be sure you're still dialed in. And right now, we've got a limited drop.
The Lockinistaco says, not every day.
Well, can we try like once a week? Twice a week? Can we wind down? Dude, don't sadden me. There's like no need for it. And you know it's so much empty calories. You could budget so many other foods.
Then click that link, grab your bore, and get on target. Let's roll out.
Livable says, I'll steal a shot of cola from the local hotel's complimentary breakfast when I'm really groggy.
Well, I'm imagining you just kind of sneaking into a hotel in the morning, getting some complimentary breakfast soda. I don't. That's scary. I don't know. Worried.
The Lockinistaco says, I know that's why I'm drinking a seltzer instead.
Sure.
Livable says, and I've graduated to those miniature soda cans, and sugar-free, for portion control and to make sure it don't kill my kidneys.
What kind of sugar-free? Don't forget, the aspartame might kill your kidneys. Oh, or were you saying from... I don't know. I don't know. You mentioned kidneys, so I assume you know about how artificial sugars can be bad for your kidneys.
Lihavel says. So when I do get the itch, I suffer less, and it still scratches that itch.
Yeah, I got like mini ones. I'm hearing bouncing. I'm home. I finally hugged my family after 1.5 years. Man, that's nothing.
The Lockinestaco says. I'm gonna make some crunchy jalapenos for my curry. Lihavel says. I think my fake sugar vs real sugar ratio is relatively reasonable. I'm not concerned about the aspartame.
The one case I know personally is my gramps, who drank diet soda, I think, for every day of his adult life from the military onwards, and then combined that with like the stuff he was exposed to in the military. His kidneys are shot. But yeah, it's kind of like, I guess my perspective is skewed. Very extreme example.
Lihavel says. And if someone's that old, then also asbestos 3.
Mm-hmm. Had a what's a like very southern, or I don't want to say southern, but a very interesting like old person polite way to say, yeah, this lady can't tell the truth ever. She's been separated from the truth for a while.
Lihavel says. Damn, I haven't been with my family for too long. I don't have any southern saying for fucking liars.
This sheep's been divorced from the truth for a bit long. He had a separated from the truth.
Lihavel says. Nah, just separated from racists.
let's see. What next? By blurring out the response. So you gotta watch.
Livable says. But the engagement.
Already.
Presvale says.
Whoa.
Okay, welcome back.
Thank you. I am tentatively happy to be back. Not sad to be back yet. I need a model though. That'll take a while. Man, I'm feeling like it's time for an afternoon nap. Halfway, you know, I'm just a little tired. Ooh.
Germans engineered a pressure washer that uses zero energy, and it's making electric models obsolete. This thing uses a patented jet pressure accelerator that multiplies your hose's power up to 15 times. No batteries, no motor.
The
Just
Lock in a
pure
Stacko
raw
says.
force. It's called Water Blitz. Originally designed for military decontamination teams, Water Blitz was used to clean tanks, machinery, and gear in the harshest combat
The Lock in a
zones.
Stacko
Then
says.
hospitals started using it
Nap
to
would be
sanitize
reasonable.
surgical areas.
No, hell no. Look at this world. Look at all the stuff I have to do.
1.8 million units, none of which came
If
from these big
anything, a
box
break for
stores.
lunch
Just a
would
quick
be
piece of
okay.
Water Blitz attaches any hose, and in under
The
5
Lock in a
minutes,
Stacko
it
says.
blasts away mud,
XD.
oil, mold, bird droppings, you name it. Driveways,
That's so much
siding, fences,
better.
gutters, even your car. Completely spotless. Second-story windows.
The Lock in
clean
a
without
Stacko
ladder.
says.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
it's
go
like
get some
having a
lunch and come back.
military-grade pressure washer in your hand. Only this
Then we'll
one
see, and then I'll get like dragged away to
best
go
part, anyone
to
can use it.
buy
Young, old,
laundry,
doesn't matter.
guys.
If you can turn on a hose, you can operate Water Blitz. And unlike those clunky $400 pressure washers, this bad boy doesn't need gas, cords, or storage space. Here's the deal. Water Blitz isn't sold in stores or Amazon. You can only get it through their official website. And right now,
The Lock in a
they're
Stacko
running a
says.
limited time 50%
But those
off.
things are more
Thousands
important.
have already claimed theirs. Last time, it sold out in under 4 hours. No joke. So if you're tired of scrubbing, spraying, or shelling out cash for weak attachments, tap that blue button, grab your Water Blitz, and let the water do the hard work. But don't wait, this thing's flying off the shelves.
Oh no, it was my mom's Instagram hacked. Oh, never mind. She sends me a post by account called global trading, and I'm like, oh no. Oh, it's this ad. Well, I don't know if it's an ad. Alright, it's an Instagram reel about these prosthetic toe covers so that you can look like you have nice nails. It's, you know, it's handful season, but your nails are ugly as fuck. I gotta pee. I'm just gonna drive away.
Lihavul says. 41.
Yes, the beans are crash. Ooh. I've never seen someone's leg bend in such a wrong way. Wait, I guess it could be fake. Wait, how could it have been fake then?
Galakanastaco says. Crispy jalapeno very good.
I think crispy. What a good job. I found a meme for Leofel. I live for 2 reasons. 1, I was born. And 2, I haven't died yet. Nah, she needs an ambulance. Oh, and she's pregnant. This lady is a stereotype. Or maybe I just remember this so... I already watched it before. Maybe I just remember it so well that it seems like it's a stereotype. You're gonna need like 4 guys. Oh no. I'm trying to use my legs. They're just kind of laying here by themselves, doing nothing. Keep it ahead. How many guys does it take to lift this lady? Oh, she was drunk and she claims that she's pregnant. So great. The kid is already fucked. If there is a kid at all.
Okay, I just saw this crazy video. Check it out.
The largest landowner in the United States is the United States of America.
In that land, under the water and in the kind of mainland, is in the kind of immeasurable trillions of dollars of value.
You could probably make the case that it's 2 or 3 or 400 trillion, but let's just use 100 trillion. My point is that our balance sheet is much larger than our debt obligations. The right thing to do is we need to monetize the balance sheet of America much more aggressively than we've looked at before.
Did you catch that? Billionaire Chamath Palihapitiya says America owns between 100 and 400 trillion dollars in assets. Trillions in untapped resources, all sitting on the government's balance sheet. But there's one thing he left out, and it could change the fortunes of millions of investors in the weeks ahead. Now, I just sat down with a former advisor to 4 U.S. presidents, Jim Rickards, to get the full backstory. And he told me it's true. The government has been sitting on what he calls a $150 trillion trust fund for America. To put that number in perspective, if you divide it by the number of U.S. households, it's big enough to make every American family millionaires. Yet it's been frozen in place for more than a century. When it's unlocked, as soon as this summer, investors could make a fortune. Now, to watch our full interview free of charge, stay right here.
Velocinistaco says. Alright, now I just gotta wait for the curry to finish and I've got lunch.
You know, I'm feeling me. I'm probably missing something, but I don't want to keep drinking water.
Velocinistaco says. WHYY.
Oh my god, I stood up and I got like, I just, that's how I am feeling. I don't know if should eat. Like, the feeling is back. Like, I don't know if I am hungry or thirsty or nauseous.
Velocinistaco says. Have you eaten today?
I ate my breakfast. I ate breakfast, that's it.
Velocinistaco says. Well, it's like 5, so it would be reasonable to eat XD. Velocinistaco says.
True.
Or 4, I guess.
Yeah, it's almost 4. Yeah, I have a break. I'll be back. I'll be back, or my dog is a woman.
Velocinistaco says. Wish you luck. Velocinistaco says. What XD?
I said what I said. Why did it go back? I don't know. Okay. Is that how far I got for everything?
Velocinistaco says. I'll be here when you get back, K.
Alright. Alright, signing off until I get back. Ciao, ciao.